But beat his
You
ass for
can't
y'all
do
talking.
shit. Wait,
For
I don't
real.
give a
So
fuck.
I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was
all that
quiet.
ski
Y'all was,
mask and
if
all
y'all
that.
The tension between Gervonta, Tank Davis, and Lamont Roach reached new heights during their recent face-off, and it's clear that this fight is no longer just about the title, it's personal. What began as a rivalry fueled by words and social media exchanges quickly escalated into one of the most intense confrontations we've seen in boxing. This moment of high drama has captivated the boxing world and made the upcoming fight even more highly anticipated. The animosity between Davis and Roach has been simmering for months. The two have been trading insults in interviews, on social media, and even in private conversations. At the core of this rivalry is Davis' dominance in the lightweight division, with Roach claiming that Tank has been avoiding tougher opponents and taking the easy route. Tank, on the other hand, has dismissed Roach as a non-factor, calling him a nobody who doesn't belong in the same conversation as the bigger names in the sport. However, things took a dramatic turn at a press conference where the two men came face to face. The standard pre-fight stare-down quickly turned into a volatile situation. As Tank locked eyes with Roach, the tension in the room was palpable. Tank's cold stare and silence spoke volumes, while Roach smirked, possibly trying to get under his skin. Unfortunately for Roach, this smirk was the wrong move. Tank snapped, lunging forward and getting right in Roach's face, declaring, "I'm ending you." The moment was electric, and security had to rush in to separate them as both men continued shouting insults at each other. This was no ordinary face-off. Tank's emotions seemed to boil over in a way that's rare for him. While he is known for being intense, he is typically calculated and measured. His ability to stay calm under pressure is one of the reasons he has dominated so many opponents. But on this occasion, something about Roach's words and actions seemed to get to him. What exactly did Roach say that pushed Tank over the edge? Was it something personal, or was this simply a moment of the build-up to the fight exploding in a way no one could have predicted? For months leading up to this confrontation, the tension between the two had been building steadily. Tank had been adamantly dismissing Roach, claiming that Roach wasn't on his level and calling him a nobody. Meanwhile, Roach had been firing back, accusing Tank of dodging real challenges and only taking easy fights. This back and forth was clearly a way to build the hype, but it seemed like there was something deeper between these two. Things heated up even further after a confrontation at a private event, where Roach reportedly challenged Tank in front of a group of fighters. Tank didn't take kindly to the disrespect, and since that moment, the rivalry has been an all-out war. Tank, a fighter who prides himself on being the best, doesn't take too kindly to being called out, especially by someone he feels isn't on his level. Roach, for his part, clearly believes he can shock the world and dethrone Tank, claiming that Tank's time is coming to an end and that he is just the man to end it. But Tank's mentality is simple. He's always looking for a knockout. In every fight, he's prepared for 12 rounds, but his eyes are always on the knockout. The intensity with which he approaches every fight shows in his training and his performances in the ring. In fact, in the build-up to this fight, Tank made it clear that no matter what Roach tries, he plans on going into that ring to destroy him. The words were clear. This is more than just a fight for Tank. It's about proving that he is still the best in the division and that no one is going to take his spot. Despite all the trash talk and pre-fight drama, Roach has shown resilience. In the face of Tank's threats, Roach has kept his cool, even laughing and mocking Tank during their face-off. His confidence appears unshaken, but at the same time, it's hard not to think that Roach is trying to mask any nervousness. After all, Tank has been a dominant force in the division for years, and the thought of taking him down is no small task. Roach might claim to be unbothered by the insults and threats, but the reality of stepping into the ring with someone like Tank is a different beast altogether. One thing that's certain is that Tank has a certain fire in him now, a fire that could drive him to even greater heights. It's been well documented that Tank has been contemplating retirement, with 2025 being the year he may walk away from the sport. He's made his money, built his legacy, and doesn't feel like he has anything left to prove. But before he leaves, he wants to make one final statement in the ring, that he is still the top dog, the undisputed king of the lightweight division. That's where Roach comes in. The pressure is on Tank to prove that his fire isn't gone and that he can still deliver in the ring. If Roach can't get inside Tank's head, he might be in for a brutal night. But if Roach can somehow get Tank to fight emotionally and lose his focus, it could be a much closer fight than anyone anticipates. Tank's game plan has always been simple. He's a power punching machine with knockout power in either hand. His explosive footwork, combined with his ability to sense blood in the water, makes him a dangerous opponent for anyone. Roach, though, is a different kind of challenge. He's known for his slick defense, pressure-heavy style, and durability. While he might not have the raw power that Tank possesses, Roach is a skilled fighter who knows how to stay in the fight and wear his opponent down. If Roach can push Tank into the later rounds, things could get interesting. However, Tank's fight with Rolando "Rolly" Romero in the past has shown that when Tank is pissed off, he often fights even better. Romero ran his mouth before their fight, trying to get under Tank's skin, but once the bell rang, Tank shut him down in devastating fashion. Roach's trash talk might have worked to stir Tank up, but it's not guaranteed that it will work in his favor. If Tank can channel his anger into focus, Roach may find himself in even more trouble. This fight is about more than just the title. It's about Tank's legacy, his reputation, and his desire to go out on top. Roach, whether he admits it or not, is stepping into the ring with one of the most dangerous fighters in the world. But he's also stepping in with someone who is questioning whether he has the fire to keep going. The face-off between these two men was only the beginning. The drama that unfolded in that moment is just a preview of what we can expect when they meet in the ring. The stakes are high, the tension is palpable, and both fighters have something to prove. Tank is on a mission to remind the world why he's the top fighter in the lightweight division, and Roach is determined to prove that he's the one who can knock him off his throne. The fight will take place on March 1st, 2025 at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. It's shaping up to be an unforgettable night in boxing, with everything on the line for both fighters. Tank Davis is putting his legacy and title on the line, and Lamont Roach has the opportunity to make a name for himself by taking down the king of the division. For Tank, this fight might be one of the final chapters in his career. His retirement plans have been a topic of discussion, and while he's focused on the present, it's clear that his mind is also thinking about the future. Will he leave boxing as one of its all-time greats, or will Lamont Roach be the one to spoil his plans and shake up the lightweight division? The clash between these two men promises to be one for the ages, and no matter what happens, it's clear that this fight will go down as a defining moment in the careers of both Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. The world will be watching as these two warriors step into the ring to settle their rivalry once and for all. The only question left is, who will walk away with the victory, and who will be left to wonder what could have been?